I'm on today. I got a call from a brother from the UK, and he was saying, he had some people that were ready to come over and invest in him. However, they got turned off by what they were seeing here. So we're going to speak on that idea. I'm gonna get him on the other line there because this brother that I'm talking about, he's a brother that's been around the movement for a long time. He's been around the movement, and he actually had played a big part in exposing, some of the main figures early on in the process. So the brother that I'm speaking of, he is from the UK. As you can imagine, a lot of people don't want to come on because they don't want to be a part of the madness, the complete and total, the utter madness that we are seeing coming from the community. It's very saddening. And he said, "Yeah, I had a couple investors, a couple people that wanted to come over, and they wanted to come over and build, and they changed their mind because of what they're seeing." He said, "This has got to stop." I told him last year this is how to stop. I've been telling people for 2 years this is how to got to stop. The people that can make it stop don't want it to stop. They don't want, you know, uh, uh, you know, there to be any peace. It's not something that you can control. It's not something that, okay. If anybody can hear me up here, I'm waiting to get my friend on the line because I want to address some questions that he had, and he's familiar with the situation and everything that's taking place. And he was like, "Hey, people are getting turned off, and what can we do? What can we do about the situation?" I'm not going to use my time to promote anything negative. I'm not going to say anything negative about anybody. I just don't have the time. I'm just not that type of person. If somebody's doing something, I'm not chasing what someone else is doing. I'm not involving myself in business that I have nothing to do with, you know. And I asked those, my name. People want to drag my name through the mud because it's people are dirty here. Okay, so they want my name to be in the mud. And in any case, no decent people. We don't want to bring our personal grievances to YouTube. And those who are looking on, you can't take this seriously, and that's all that's showing you. I mean, it's not a place that's where we're making a collective, organized, nation build agenda. I'm gonna need the charger for this too. If we can get out and get it. So when you're looking at YouTube, it's not a collective movement that you're seeing. It's not a collective movement. Just know and understand that. Know and understand that our people don't have integrity. The charger? For this one. Uh huh. Yeah. Maybe over there. You can check with them. And I'm just waiting to get my guy on the phone, and we can talk about it. But if anybody have any questions, we want solutions because at the end of the day, we don't want petty bickering to poison, the good intentions of people that are coming over, and the intentions of people that want to help. It's so like I said, this whole YouTube is not real. It's not a real thing, and you have to keep your vibrations up. You have to stay. I was just speaking with the same brother about a video I was looking at talking about quantum physics, and how one of the first rules. There was five different rules how you can use quantum physics in order to be successful and make your dreams reality. And one was keeping raising your vibration. The low energy, we can't get into that low energy of hate, jealousy, greed, you know, uh, 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 you know, we can't. That's all on a low vibrational scale, right? Low vibrational scale. Hold on one second. I was speaking with the brother and said I was telling the brother 2 years ago I denounced the movement after what I saw when all of that stuff erupted, and prior to that I was trying to get people together, and people were are just they don't want to be together, they don't want to be unified because they're on a very low vibrational scale. So, and like I said, I'm seeing so many lies and things like that. It's not even worth reaching out to people to try to talk, because people are, they're full of lies, they're full of deceit, they're full of, just all the things that's wrong about our community. You know, anybody, yes, I would definitely recommend if you come over here, you got to integrate within the community. You have to integrate within the community because, and at the same time, we have to do something as well to protect our interests. Because even though we're in the background, we got these people on YouTube causing this cancer to spread. And it's a cancer, it's a sick cancer. And we shouldn't be talking about in no way conspiring. I mean, one another. I mean, it's just so much nonsense. We can leave it there. You can be
No,
charging.
the charger's not that low.
Okay, let me see. You have people conspiring. Could we get our guy on WhatsApp? He wanted to communicate with me. It's low. It's really low. Okay. So that situation, it's like a brother used to tell me. It's like beating a dead horse. You know what I mean? Are people like beating a dead horse if you're trying to, help in a community-based effort? I mean, we can't. I think most people know and understand now that we can't group together. There can't be a grouping together, and we have to be careful of what we create. We're creating these problems through our thinking, and the good thing about it is that if you're wise, you can calculate, and you can calculate and you can move accordingly. Like right now, the best thing, like Noah, we need to have. I always say the Noah Ark of communities. Noah was building the ark for 40 years, and he built it, in a place where most people couldn't get to. So, and that's why most people didn't make it during that time. And that's what we're seeing, as we have a flood of people coming in. You see them, they're not making it. Let's go ahead and close that. Okay, all right. Hey, you there, brother? You there? Okay, I'm on the live now. I didn't know if you wanted to send me messages or you wanted to talk. You gonna send messages? Okay, go ahead. You can start sending them over now. Okay. All right. All right. So this is a good brother, and he's gonna send me some messages over. He's been around the movement for years, and he was like, "Quasi, ah man," he was like, "Something we have to do something." And I told him I was like, and then we got to talking about you know, uh, certain situations, and I have to be very careful because we don't want to talk about nobody. We don't want nobody feeling like we're talking about them and things like that. So it can be a continuation of what's going on. And like I said, we just want to de-escalate. We want to remove all of the nonsense from the public. We have to have a code. If you have a problem with somebody, use the proper channels, use the proper authorities. Make sure you establish your facts first before, we just go out. Okay. Okay, so he said he's here. Okay, brother. Let's see. Okay, boom. All right, so he's watching in, and he said he knows at least about 10 people who were looking to buy land here, and who have since said, "Hey, listen, they've been turned off, or whatever the case. If you're gonna do it the wrong way, you might as well just not do it. But if you're going to do it the right way, and like I said, the basic strategy would be to do it in pairs, twos, and three fours, two fours. Let's say if you know somebody, or if you have 10 of you guys, you can build a community. If you know 10 people, if you know 5 people, you can build in one area. All right, this is a strategy. So if the 2 or 3 families are away in the US or back home in the UK, you got 2 or 3 families that's there to maintain things for you. All right, that's a part of the culture of an extended family. We're not used to having extended family under one roof. You understand? But if we build here, we need to build behind one wall. 2 or 3 homes, 2 or more homes. For people that are coming over, as opposed to you building one here, you building one there. Okay, he sent a message right here. You can see it. These are not my own words. He said 2 people at Juma in London told me that they are dubious about giving giving me money for his charity. His charity. So this brother has a charity, and people are losing faith in anything that's going on here in the Gambia because of what they've been seeing, and it hurts everybody. It hurts everybody. I did a survey, and we have 65, 70% of people saying that they're turned off from Gambia. How did this happen? How did this happen? We can't blame, like I said, we can't. It's everybody to a degree, but we do have some vicious people, some very vicious and hateful people that that help this spawn, and it's really those Western values being brought over here as far as feminism and capitalism, individualism, materialism, and the first person that's gonna come over, they're gonna mess that up for everybody. Then anybody else that's coming over, they're just trying to reap the booties of war. They're just trying to get what's left over and the remnants of devastation. Those looking to come over. I got an email, sister. If you see this email, I did get your email. I'm gonna hit you back, sister Asia. Uh, sister hit me up, and she was like, "Quasi, like you said, the smart ones need to get together." She's I'm not going to give too much detail about the people that we're bringing in, but we need to focus on the youth and empower them in an environment where they can thrive, an environment that has industry. We want our young people, we want our communities to be communities of producers, doers, you know, communities that's far away from all of the drama that's taking place in the general repack community. He said, "It's one thing to have open discussions. It is totally different than washing the dirty linen in public in a manner that is being done." Okay. So the brother said, it's one thing to have open dialogue. We should talk like intelligent people, but brother, listen, you can do your own research. More than half of Americans are reading and comprehending on a sixth grade level. That means we have grown adults running around reading and comprehending like an 11-year-old child, a 10-year-old. Marcus, the navigator, I'm not turned off just because of who to socialize with, but in regards to other countries, I'm interested in staying in Gambia. Yeah, brother, staying, staying in Gambia is a great place to come, but now you see our community is not that embracing of their brother. They're not that embracing of their sisters. All of these people are fighting. Everybody, it's just a big mess. You understand what I'm saying? And prior to all of the real problems and the real trouble, a lot of good people name got dragged through the mud in order to get to a point for you all to see now all of the garbage that was going on behind the scenes. While that big smoke screen was out, there was a lot of garbage going on behind the scenes, and all of this stuff is coming out through their, their, their by things that these people are saying and doing, and it's turning people off, and there's no place for it, and there's no we should not be on. Yeah, I'm talking low because the baby's here. I don't want to wake up the baby, but it's a bunch of ridiculousness that's coming from people who should not be conducting themselves in this manner. People who should be showing integrity. People should be showing uprightness. People that should be showing the qualities of a man. People that should be showing the qualities of a woman, qualities of our elders. You know. Okay, we got a little problem here. Hold on a second. We are definitely not the people that we used to be, but we have not been there in a long time as far as us in America. But there's other people who have still maintained their integrity. Hold on one second, guys. I told I told the brother, I was like, I don't even want to come up here because I don't want people to try to attach themselves to me and my situation, what I'm doing, and that's so unfortunate. A lot of people that can make a lot of contributions are don't want to deal with this and come out there and be, so people can hate on them. It says, okay, it says when people go to YouTube and scream and shout, curse, and abuse, it leads to people to believe that it is widespread, and it's not. It's a few rotten apples. YouTube, like I said, we can't take YouTube seriously, and when you see people out there doing serious business, we gotta support them. We can't support the wrong people. We've seen that time and time again, and we're just precipitating our own destruction. And we need to build in communities and work with the locals, and that's the strategy. But those who have integrity and those who have indecency, you know, de-escalate, because we don't want to see this thing continue to grow and spiral, and we're having clashes and we're having fights. We shouldn't be inciting violence, and I saw that 2 years ago. I've seen it, and I was like, hey, this is a horrible thing that our people are coming over and immediately going right into situations of violent situations, just outright rage, just outright hatred, coming towards other repats here, you know, um, and then at the same, and then you have all of these people that are looking to come over through the process. Let's see. Okay. Hey, brother, I'm not even going to read that comment right there because, you know, you guys remember this, and this is where we're seeing problems at. Okay. This is where we're seeing our problems at. The main reason why you're seeing all this drama is because there was a bunch of accusations. All of those accusations have been proven false by the Gambian authorities. Now, as a community, you guys have to have the the strength and the courage to hold accountable those who are in the wrong, because there's so much. Everybody wants to say that, okay, Quasi, you're not 100% innocent. According to this law and the accusations, yes, I am. Okay. Okay, all of this stuff they're talking about, the prosecutor talked to these people, everybody know. Everybody here know the truth as far as the law is concerned. And into, like, I don't even have to be here. But if you got a whole bunch of people that's unjust, unfair, petty, every single person that came here been through the same abuse that I've been through. You guys just don't know it. You guys see, you see these people fighting. Even to this day, we fail to look at the real problem in our community, which is, the first sister that had the floor. She burned the whole house down. The first sister. You understand what I'm saying? So these are issues that this community, as a we can't even call it a community. This gathering of, I want to say, I'll say people. This gathering of people with no value system and causing all of this drama. As far as any evidence, everything's been presented to the authorities as far as I'm concerned. And like I said, everybody know here, you have a disrespect for the law enforcement authorities here. It ain't about mass Quasi. It's about what you all are allowing. And I don't. I'm not even gonna get into. I spoke with the brothers, and I don't. We have certain groups of people. You have to hold your people accountable. If you see them doing something wrong, and you have to hold them accountable. That should happen. Now, that's going to happen in smaller circles. Those who understand, that's building, and we're building a corporation. You know what I mean? I'm not even going to talk about it too much. You understand? Because those who are attracted towards those things will be attracted through the conversation. But the vast majority of the other people will come, presenting more trouble, presenting more competition as we bring our Western mindset to the continent. They will have no coof, they'll have no empathy, they'll have no respect. This is all things. If you look up emotional intelligence, and there's 5 areas of emotional intelligence, self-identity, all right, empathy, you know, each of the 5 areas, I did a video on it. You'll see that our community lack. And then that brings us to the understanding of why we are seeing this type of a disgrace. That's a part of our national identity coming from the U.S. If you have somebody in your community that even talk halfway, that's like they got some sense, you got to cherish that. You understand? Because there's so much darkness in our community, and, rallying up like a whole bunch of, high, uh, over energized young young people acting like teenagers. Justin, what's up? Don't need to keep. You need to keep moving Pan African speakers. Brother, I've always kept it moving your brother, he reached out to me, and I was like, hey, listen, I'm so busy. I was like, I wasn't. I've been meaning to go on YouTube, but I just don't want to be out in the midst of all of this craziness. I just don't have the time. I don't have the energy. You know, to get down to that low vibrational level. But I said, I can get up here and I can keep it positive. I can, speak to those who want to hear, my subscribers, and Black American television. I say that all the time. We got to reach out to the kids. Business, real estate, stocks. Our children need to be producers. That's correct. Darkest the navigator. Uh, Darkest, Mr. Darkest. There were expats in the Gambia before who lived amongst the people with no problem. Right. A lot of people, are saying that's been here for a long time are saying that there's problems. They're saying that there's problems here, which is obvious. You understand what I'm saying? We can't sweep down into the world. If I left this country, you think all the problems gonna go away? Everybody here fighting against each other. Before everybody was trying to fight against me. Now everybody fighting against each other, but they still want me to be in the middle of this stuff. You understand? But like I said, I'm just making we're proud of you. Thank you, brother. Thank you, brother. And like I said, like by now, if nothing came out of that situation, and like I said, I made a video about the whole situation. Okay, my guy went out. It ain't gonna open. I need her ID. My guy went out, but I'm gonna answer some more here as soon as my people come back in. Out of all the places, I mean, hold on a second. Okay, check this out. Let me see. Okay, is the rival really leaving the Gambia, bro? That's what they said on their live. That's what they said on their live that they were leaving. There's a lot going on. I would leave Gambia too. I would leave Gambia too. You know, um, at the end of the day, like I said, our people, you have to understand the law and obey the law, no matter where you are. You know how and see if we can't speak to that mindset, you guys are like I said, and I have to be real to you. You're getting into a very dangerous situation. If you come and you're trying to create your own law, just like in the U.S., people are going to be fighting and killing each other, and these because they're all grouped together. Everybody brought land. Half the people not going to get their land. Come on now, think about it. And it's us working against ourselves because of individuality. When the plan was put out there, like I said, the plan as far as a whole group, we if you twos and three, if you get together with somebody else that want to build, and you guys can build something and be able to be a support for each other, or it could be a community of 10 people. Based on what I've seen and the mental health of our people, I wouldn't do a lot of people because a lot of our people are really, really suffering some mental health issues. And it's consistent. It's very consistent. Very consistent. If you're strong enough and you have a business, you can create your own community, your own corporate community, by yourself with Africans. Get a group of them, train them up. That's why you see me with so many women, because I'm into empowering because I can't do everything. No corporation is run with an individual. You know, we have to be able to be a good judge of character in your movement. You have to know who you're dealing with, you know, and then there have to be a plan in place. So many people are watching off. Many people have been turned off. You know, the rivals leaving. You know, Art left. Adrian's out the country now. You know, I'm not going. You know, I can go and come as I please because I'm doing business in other places. You know, however, like I said, it's really uncool. We should be walking around and seeing other brothers and sisters here, and it not be, you know, a big confrontation or a fight that's going to break out. 9,000 miles away from America. Come on now, 9,000 miles in a whole nother country. It's good that it's slowed up. It's good, man. Could you imagine? Look at everybody. You know, everything unraveled. Everything unraveled. The best time for the movement was before y'all got here. Yo, I'll tell you, when y'all, I was like, even now, I mean, really, I experienced life at a high level, and I'm very, 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 very happy. But at that time, before everybody came over here, oh my goodness, when the first people started to come, it was still, the energy was still good, but it got tainted, it got messed up. It got messed up. I mean, it was like the feeling was like a party that didn't end. And I was thinking about sharing these pictures from a party that I had here, but I'm being very careful what I share. But before everybody came, that anticipation, you understand what I'm saying? Don't come on that side. Don't come on. Yeah, you got. Hey, can I get some more tea? I just need some more hot water to this one. Hmm? No, you cool. Give me some hot tea. Thank you. I know there's a lot of people over here that's integrating and living in experience, and I know my experience is a little bit different because I have resources. You know, if you're coming over here, I know some people on a fixed income and they're coming over here, but it's beautiful over here. You know, the beach is right there. It's like, retiring in Miami that you can afford. Well, it's getting expensive now. I was just talking to a brother. It's getting expensive in some areas. You know, and it's a beautiful thing. And like I said before, everybody came. The energy was hit. That's why everybody was buying into it because they saw the energy and everything that was going on here, and everything was set up perfectly. Everything was set up perfectly. You should see that because it's about duplication. Now, see, people that don't understand duplication and scalability, they wouldn't be able to see. I'm already here. I've already integrated. I've already been successful. You know what I mean? So it's tried and tested, and proven, and then you duplicate it. The next brother come in, do that, but I got a house here. I had a brother, Elvin. Everybody, Elvin came. He stayed at one of our properties the whole time behind the scene. And many people that stayed at our properties the whole time behind the scenes, not saying anything because it's a simple system. You come in, but I'll let a person stay with me for free if you wasn't crazy. You understand what I'm saying? I'm not out here, my channel is not about all of that stuff that's going on. I don't even have a channel like that. I've came out here for necessity. I don't be working on this like a job like that. I'm gonna get up here much more though because it's important, to talk about the positive things. We all have something positive. We're just showing this a lot of negative, and we need help. We need help. We're gonna, there's trust me, there's the prosecutor, as I'm sharing with you guys, the prosecutor from Banjul is very familiar with everything that's going on. the deputy, like all of these people, they've been knowing what's going on for a couple years now. All the prosecutors, just like in the state, the prosecutors, my lawyer, I have a lawyer that I had for about 2.5 years now. We've been trying to help and save the situation numerous times for the people that are out there that came through the situation, and the people that mattered, they didn't really care because, like I said, if I had a problem with somebody and I'm over here and I'm a public figure, and then you have people come over here that's just guests or tourists, and they say, "Hey, I have a problem with somebody," you don't say, "All right, come with me. Let me get you out to the public with your grievance against these people," because you have an agenda, and that's what happened. That's what happened, and it continues to happen today. With the nonsense. My guy had a couple of more questions. I'm going to see if anyone have questions here, and normally, okay, John. John said he was like, no, don't leave. I'm a Gambian. I'm currently living in the U.S. I love you guys. One of those people encouraging to go there. The arrival leaving, and then within a couple years, they become the departure because why? You understand what I'm saying? Why do we see people, Gambia is starting to have this negative cloud? It's because of what people are doing. It's because of what people are saying. You understand what I'm saying? If I sit here and I just start losing my mind, going crazy, talking down about people, talking bad about people, I'm the problem. The whole time, you got to understand people who have integrity. Though, the whole time, you know, like Jesus had to come and get down in the mud. You understand what I'm saying? And like our people, like no other people will deal with our people. Other nationalities of people don't deal with black people because of this craziness, and it's not going to go anywhere. But however, as I said, we're going to focus on the youth, build corporate campus, models over here, and be successful. If you're coming over, avoid the crowd. If you're working with people, create some business models that's going to create absolute transparency. You can put it over here. Create business models that's going to create transparency. There's things and technologies out here to do that. We have a small group that we're building. I got people that I've been building for years, seasoned people, and we dealing with cryptocurrency, digital currency assets investment. I have a lot of stuff that's going to go through the court process. I have a family, so it's a lot going on. But this court situation we have to deal with is the movement as far as the repack community. The repack community is going to fail, and if we don't do something, they're going to cause huge problems for us, as I have warned in the past. Sheila Williams, how you doing? Yes, you know, Sheila, if you hit me up, my email is quasyboyd@yahoo.com. I can talk to you about those things in private because, like I said, it's gonna, as far as us building as a community, it will be attacked because If you got a community of 500 people and we're spending our money in one way, then all the people that's individualistic business owners, they're going to try to dismantle that because to make you a customer. Okay. Kwesi Boyd, KWESIBOYD at yahoo.com. You can also go to Invest Relocate Africa and look at the roadmap that I put there. And I wish to God that I can have a channel that only positive people see. I'm gonna do that on my Patreon because people will get this and then and it'll end up and people will try to discredit and things that you're doing and it's like I said, it's just a part of the environment. When you have to be able to be smart. If you let fear run you off, you're not going to be successful. You're not going to make it in life. You understand? You got to make your own decisions, and who you're going to deal with, who you're going to work with, and you got to be willing to live with those decisions. But our community is a community that, the repack community that we're seeing, they are causing a lot of problems and instability here, as you all see. By bringing matters to the public that should be handled through the proper authorities. Authorities need to handle this. We just can't be a lawless group of people with our own form of justice in a whole nother country. That's highly dangerous, very highly dangerous. We've already had major disrespect for the authorities here, and they know about it. And the people here, you guys are getting into situations with people who you don't want to be in situations with. And these are things that I know. People that brought land, people that like I'm not even gonna go into it, but I'm not talking about you. Talking in general. Because everybody brought land haphazardly. I created a roadmap where those you can buy land in groups, and have a complete development plan. That's not one thing one person should be operating and running. At the end of the day, we don't want one person to be running things. That's where this whole decentralization come from, this whole blockchain technology. So one person isn't running everything. They have DAO, look it up. Decentralized autonomous organization. You don't have to trust anyone. You can create a program now that will run the whole business based on the protocols and directives. So people that are, you know, being hired have to go do any purchases, have to go do a board, or do the proper channels. Financial transactions would have to go through the proper channels and all would have to be approved. Any money coming in won't be spent arbitrarily. It will be spent and go into an escrow account, and nothing can come out of that account unless certain requirements are met in terms of whether it's real estate contract, whether it's individual contracts, whether it's working or dividends. Somebody that's working within an organization, when they do their time every day in the system, they're automatically going to get paid bi-weekly or monthly. So Mark Cuban, he did a video and he talked about that there. So there's technology out there that's going to run the future of business. It's going to take the error out of it. Same technology could be used to build community. Hold on a second. Hey. Yeah, close the door. Yeah, how you doing, people? My people out there. You guys have any questions? And not, we're not talking at anybody. We're just looking at ideas. Is this? That's what he said.
Did he send it
Please see, this is.
when I was
Nah,
home?
it's another. Another WhatsApp. It's not the new one. Is it, was that the one?
No, it
That's not.
wasn't on Adam's phone.
Oh, okay. All right, beautiful. You know, it takes a lot to make things happen. It takes a lot, and people, as I said, as far as the movement is concerned, things have changed dramatically in just a 1 year. He called right here. Okay, things changed. Okay, I got it. Okay, he's sending a lot of messages here. Let's see what the brother said. Okay, there. He said they are putting a narrative out there that you were a thug for attacking Tubab and nearly killing him. They don't like white people and openly say what have so much concern for this man. Okay, you know, like I said, what people doing don't make any sense. And trying to use somebody, an incident that happened, to try to bring each other down. We shouldn't be doing that. We shouldn't try to bring each other down and trying to dig up past and try to dig up things. And you know, this whole thing came from when I was with the first person, and she tried to do the same thing. She just, it's crazy. They all using information that this lady was out there putting out. You know, it's just a mess. And none of this has nothing to do with anything. If I got attacked and I had a fight, that's my business. Why are people putting that on trying to put that out there like that? You understand what I'm saying? And like you know, they'll tell you, oh, you know, Gambia is full of sex tourists and things like this, and you know, and now they wanna support when it's beneficial for their narrative. But like I said, I don't even want to get into it and things like that. It's all garbage. It shouldn't be out there, and you know, yeah, you know what I'm saying. We shouldn't be over here. Like I said, we should be de-escalating because somebody can get hurt, even killed. You understand what I'm saying? I'm not talking from a place of not knowing what's going on. Like I said, I know everything. You know, I had one of the most serious charges over here from diaspora. This was 2 years ago. You had other people coming in, you know, talking about, you know, certain things. I'm not getting into no problem with anybody. If nobody don't touch me or say anything to me, you know, I'm fine. You understand what I'm saying? But as soon as you go to the point where you think you're gonna lay hands on me, everybody has the right to protect themselves. All right. Most of this stuff you guys should be seeing, you shouldn't. You know, it's not supposed to be up there. Um, but the important part that you need to know is that don't get involved. You see negative, just try to stay away from it. You make an investment, you can lose your money, or you may make a profit. If you lose your money, you're not entitled to get the money back from someone's personal wealth unless you can prove mismanagement. Exactly, exactly. I went through the court process. If I would have been in trouble. These people over here not playing, man. Don't downplay these people's system. If my stuff wasn't right, that would have been my behind. They would have made me pay. I had to pay already, and they don't give you a long time. I had to pay when I had my situation, and they was like, "Hey, I only had a matter of weeks to come up with that money, almost $10,000 in court fees and damages and all of that stuff, my lawyer fees. I'm not trying to I'm not trying to lose that type of money. I'm not trying to be involved in a situation like that. You know what I mean? But like I said, sometimes things happen and somebody protects you, or if somebody attacks you, you know what I mean? Whatever the case may be, shit happens. Nobody personal situation as far as investing or what's taking place with them personally should be on YouTube. If you got scammed and lost your money, you just got scammed and lost your money. That was a mistake that you made as an individual. Now we gotta. You might have did some. That's the worst case scenario if you got scammed. But when you didn't even get, you just, it's bigger than all of y'all. That's why y'all seeing it. But you see the horribleness surrounding this situation, character surrounding this situation. I wanted to get up here for my brother and answer some of his questions, and maybe some of the people that wanted to support him will continue to support him. He said all these people need to come off of YouTube. He's here. He's a brother, right? I'm not making any of this stuff. All these people need to come off of YouTube with their over emotional people out there believing all of this stuff. I think it's a lot of emotional sisters out there too, and it's sad. It's sad. It's a very dark place. It's very, it brings about sickness when you're thinking at a low vibration and you operating at a low vibration. Mental illness. This is what the brother said. Mental illness. In our community. All right, nothing less. People are, in the YouTube, and it takes over their senses, takes over their mind, and they get into that energy of doing anything to get subscribers, anything to get attention, uh, on matters that shouldn't be placed out there. Right. Yep. Mental illness. It's not. It's a serious thing. You understand? We need to, you know, take it seriously. Take it seriously. And like I said, when we was going through this process, there was a few people out there that were making videos surrounding the individuals that were involved with it, and it was done in a comical way, but it wasn't funny because you had these people who were going through this mental illness, and then you support our people, even the people content creators supporting these people with these mental illnesses, and then come right around and then make videos mocking them, calling them crazy, and just a whole bunch of stirring up a whole bunch of mess. Our people. I'm gonna stay up here another 7 minutes. An hour is my official capacity with this. You know, yeah, he used to be some other stuff about fake news, but I didn't address it because, like I said, the main culprit, the community won't survive because we glorify and we elevate the wrong characters in our community. We elevate the ones that's most detrimental and most poisonous and most dangerous to our community. Okay, Sheila got to go to work. Sheila, thank you for jumping in and watching. Thanks everyone, for watching. Thank everyone for listening. Like I said, subscribe to my channel. I'll be doing some content right now. Like I said, I'm staying in a place of high vibration as I have to. I have these certain attachments that I have to deal with, and God willing, all of this will be clear, super clear very soon. And you don't have to worry about me, you know, producing negative content about anyone. I want to produce content so that we can understand. I saw that comment there. I'm not going to speak on certain individuals, but you see something there, and as you pointed out, sometimes people overcompensate for things, and you know what I mean. We used to be like, yo, like certain dudes that, you know, you go to school and there's somebody in the school, they like a wimp. They wasn't really with the in crowd, and then they become a cop, and then they be a, you know, they be the asshole cop. You understand what I'm saying? So, you know, you see that type of mentality, then they have to overcompensate. So it's always extreme nationalism, extreme religion. It's always extreme, feminism. You know, all of this we're seeing in terms of the psychological and mental indeficiencies in terms of, you know, a balanced man or unbalanced women. And you know, like the story of the thug. It's just that, you know, the boy who didn't get any hugs from his mom, and he grew up now, you know, he's mad at the world. You know, he's overcompensating. His dad wasn't there, and he always had to get chumped down by his mom. You know, these are things that we have to understand are part of our servitude slavery and ingrained in our psyche for those who are coming, and have to be reversed. And it's unreversible for a large sector. But our balanced ones could, you know, like I said, our youth who are open to communities. It's gonna, the world is gonna be different. The world is restructuring, and these communities are gonna be communities of people who produce resources. Everybody else is gonna starve to death. I hate to sound grim, but you know, that's my motivator, and it's working for me to put myself into a sustainable situation. And I'm working hard because we don't know. You know, time is we don't have time. Time's not working in our favor because, you know, we're always being reactive to situations. We're always reacting. We have to be proactive. Okay. Yeah. So thanks everybody for chiming in, and you know, stay positive. Keep your vibrations high. Stay out of that negative energy. You know, try to encourage other peoples to handle things, to do the right processes. If you have grievance, one person issue shouldn't become the problem of 1,000 people, 10,000 people, 100,000 people. I think we could all agree on that, right or wrong. And Mass Quasi Go Hard Gambia. Peace.